Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make buttercream using only 2-3 ingredients. For this buttercream I'm using soft room temperature butter, and to it I'm going to add room temperature sweet condensed milk. I am using 1:1 ratio to add my ingredients. So for every 100 grams of butter I'm adding 100 grams of condensed milk. And then you have to whip everything together for 15, 20, 25 minutes, scraping the buttercream from the sides of the bowl and the whip attachment. You can add any extract you want to enhance the flavor of your buttercream. I started everything from whipping my butter and then I added condensed milk to it. After 20-25 minutes of beating everything together, you're gonna get a very creamy, delicious buttercream. However, I needed a chocolate buttercream, so I added 100 grams of sifted cacao powder to my buttercream. Usually my ratio for cacao powder is 10% of final buttercream weight. However, here I wanted a little bit lighter shade of chocolate buttercream than I usually go for. And because I was adding cacao powder to my buttercream, my ratio of butter to condensed milk is a little bit different. I use a little bit less of butter than condensed milk. I am living in a cold climate, so usually my butter is very stiff to whip, and I find that using heat helps me to whip it faster. Usually my process takes around 15, 20, 25 minutes depending on how much of the whipping I need to do. What do I use for heating up my buttercream? So I point at the bowl my hair dryer, and usually I use it on a medium heat, but if it is very cold then I'm gonna do the highest heat I have, and then I just try not to point at the same spot for too long because it's going to melt the buttercream in the bowl. Here you see me scraping off the sides and the bottom of my bowl again, just to make sure that everything is incorporated nicely. And I give my buttercream another whip. There is no particular time where you add your extract or color or anything else. You can do it at any time of whipping. This would be the end of my buttercream making process. However, I am doing a chocolate buttercream, so I'm adding in my sifted cacao powder. Instead of cacao powder, you can add melted chocolate, milk, dark or white. Make sure that the melted chocolate is not too hot because otherwise it will melt the buttercream. The ratio of chocolate depends on your preference and taste. Usually I use the same ratio as in adding cacao powder to my buttercream. The weight of this final buttercream without cacao powder would have been up to 1400 grams. That is why usually for this weight I would use 140 grams of cacao powder. However, I have mentioned before that I wanted a lighter shade of chocolate buttercream. That is why I'm using less. And then again I give everything a good whip. I start from a very slow whipping speed and I increase it when my cacao powder is all incorporated. And as well, in between the whip I scrape off the sides and the bottom of my bowl so that the cacao powder would incorporate evenly into the buttercream. And here you have it, a fluffy buttercream with condensed milk, using only 2 ingredients and adding the third one in the end. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing to my channel.